fucking dummy left his headphones, so we gonna run through the clash real fast, man. Not even as much interested in talking about the actual show as much as I was paying attention to the press conference after. I'd have more to say about it, but I feel like it's so freestyle that I probably shouldn't have anything to say about it. I'm not here to interpret or misinterpret any bit of the product, so I think we can speak about the press conference in regard to the show, but I'm definitely going to be leaning more toward the press conference, to be honest with you. Cody AJ, I walked in and that was pretty much what we was up to. Right before the end of the match, Cody was about to wax my man AJ with the stairs in the corner and the cuffs or whatever else, and said he quit. All right, cool, whatever. Apparently Cody's mom got involved. That sounds dope. Shouts to Mama Rhodes. Do understand that apparently you ain't supposed to mess with nobody mama, because if you try that shit, then you gonna pull something out that you really ain't expecting. So there goes that. So good on them. These types of shows, man, Triple H turned it all into his NXT again. And I'm not mad. I'm not complaining about it at all. Like I said, I'm a little more accustomed to watching the long matches, and then these guys and girls can get their stuff in and, have their opportunities to get to that next level with the national fan base, and I'm saying here stateside. Of course, overseas is going to be a little different, but of course, and then with the decibel meter and all the rest of that, now these are small things that will, in my opinion, add to the streamlined process of getting a superstar over. I think it can work like that. Anything can happen. I feel like Piper Niven has arrived somewhat. You know what I mean? Not exactly all the way, but she definitely has a lot of momentum that she could capitalize on. But there goes that. What was the match after this, man? All right, yeah. Unholy Union. And then we got the rest of them with the women's tag titles with B, and then Jade, and then Zoe and Shayna. All right. Hometown crowd, man. We was all saying it. It was like it's a chance that they could win just because they from home, but the just because shouldn't be like that. Apparently, Alba had something go on with the family, real tragic. So of course, condolences go out to that, for real. And then I might even be talking about it last week. I've been pulling for these guys for a while, just waiting for their moment. Like, they got called up to the main roster like 2 drafts ago. We all just been waiting. Have their moment, spooky spot on Halloween SmackDown. Like, I don't forget these things. You know what I mean? Jumping outside of here and there, out of nowhere. And it's like, okay, well, when are we actually pulling the trigger on them? First ever Scottish show, overseas, with premium lot event. Like, it was good. Good idea, good timing. And then it all just so happened that it would be something to really boost the spirits of one of the new champions. Good. She looked happy on the panel. She looked a lot more at peace and calm. And then it's like, okay, she was going through something and I forgot for that moment. And then it continues to bring it up. And it's like, oh man, yeah, see, because she was up there looking real calm, man. And that's what matters, especially when you're going through some kind of ordeal. Well, I wouldn't say some kind, but any kind of serious ordeal that, she's just experienced. So, shouts to the tag champs now, newly. Bianca and Jade. Bianca Belair got some fans out there, boy. I swear to God, B got fans. And look, she deserves every single one of them. I think that at this point, B has been a mainstay and needs to maintain that. Post-tag championships with Bianca, nice little J. Cody tag championships run, nice little something. But honestly, and then you can even see it, I'm always paying attention. Man, I even roll my eyes at it sometimes with these tag teams and the songs getting cut off early. I'm not going to get into it. Jay knows popping. You know what I'm saying? But we all love B anyway, so it's all good. And now this situation. So are they not a tag team anymore? That's the question now I have. What are we doing with that? Find out tonight on Raw. Shayna and Zoe, man, they've been, they aggressive, man. I like it. I like the aggression out the team. They both aggressive in general. And, I've always had a soft spot for Zoe since she was part of the best women's division in NXT for a minute. And now we got a solid one coming up. but the levels are just clearly different. Like this one now is a lot more organically built. Before it was like we had to just work with what we had and make them who they was. Like this goes back to that NXT promo with JC last week. You know what I mean? But man, let's continue, man. Shouts to the tag champs or women's tag champs for getting it popping. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, shot block Maxine. Maxine's becoming a star. Good. An entertainer, a sympathetic character, a role that people like to see. And beyond the sympathy, it's like, man, we actually just love Maxine. Everybody just loves Maxine, so let's just keep going. Where's Tozawa? I don't know what happened to him. It would have been nice to see him out there. And then Otis Otis got a thing for blondes. Clear, and obviously. So there goes that. I'm liking it. I'm not crying about none of it. I can enjoy what I'm seeing so far as this division goes. And this little storyline with the Alpha Academy goes. I'm enjoying it. Chad Rissant, good. Thank you. I thank you. That's all we really got to say on this. Sami Zayn was right there for it. Running around playing hero. All right, cool. But he ain't really playing hero because Otis done stepped in. There you go. Chop blocked the Maxine injured leg. Crazy. You know, there's definitely a storytelling going on. I enjoy that. What else we got? Women's champ. All right, Bayley, Piper, Niven. Long match. I don't think it was any crazy interferences. Shouts to Piper, man. My opinion, she has the momentum on her side now. So, now I'm officially calling it. Right up there with Fallon Henley. Piper Niven needs a theme song change. At least give us something good, and then we can start working on character. Till then, we are waiting, and she is on standby. But she has a lot of positive momentum. Could it be gone in 3 weeks? Shit, it might even be gone tonight. But she got Chelsea on the side too, so that's speaking volumes. I'm telling you, they playing off of each other well. They're doing the close bestie huggies and the anger and all that shit. I'm liking that. Like the way they be moving. I'm enjoying their backstage. I don't want to say chaos, but the things that they're getting into, the way they're being booked is a lot of fun. Piper showed up the whole match. She was there for it. Bayley was clearly right there for her. Bayley's been holding back, and she didn't have to hold back as much, so it looked like in the match. So, it's not the only thing you could ask for, you know what I mean? Especially when you got two, like, completely different dynamics of a heavyweight like Piper Niven and then, like, I don't want to say a normal weight like Bayley, but it's clearly and obvious, you know? So, good on him, man. I'm proud of Piper, and of course we proud of Bayley. I'm not crazy about Bayley's little bold side, but that's nothing. That's really, really like small scale. We love Bayley, man, and we love Piper, so they kicked ass out there and really did well. So now let's get into this main event, man. Drew McIntyre at home, looking to make it happen. Finally, for real, against my man. Wait, who was he fighting again? The champion, right? Oh. So this little story, and this is why the press conference matters, because you get to see exactly where it's at. It's close to some kind of talking smack. You know what I mean? From back in the day, 2016, land the opportunity talking smack, where the superstars could go on and they can actually flex without all of the worry of even bullet points in promos. They like go hard and they're speaking, and this is the stuff, in my opinion, that was getting the superstars over then, and these press conferences now, it gets them over some more. I'm looking at Dame. I'm seeing the story that they're all telling about him. I'm not seeing, whatever, TV is bringing. We need a post-show press conference every time if we're going to do it like that. I can't say, I empathize or sympathize. No, I understand where he's at. I understand where he's at, and something needs to change about that. Like, it's still early, though, so everyone's getting their bullshit out the way. Another win or two under Damian's belt when it comes to that championship run, and he'll be solidified. Paper champ, no one believes in him. You're following up the main event, the MVP of WrestleMania, after a very, very serious first-time ever run after the old era had concluded, and now we're moving in the new era. We're not dealing with a lot of new era consciousness. We're dealing with a lot of what everyone else wants to have, fickle or nah. So they don't want to see Dame as champ. They want to see Dame kill himself and then be champ. We don't need that part. I want to see what we got out of Dame. South of Heaven been looking strong for weeks and months, finally getting kicked out of. It gives the false finish a little bit more of that clout. We all know these sciences. So, good. Dame likes proving Dame likes proving people wrong. Look, man, that's that Bronx attitude. Like, they don't know. They don't know. So all that's going to happen is going to go out there. Like, I'm from New York. Like, we all play around and mess around with the Bronx on some, like, nah, the Bronx, we hate the Bronx. Oh, the Bronx is dusty and it's gritty and gutter and grungy and no one likes the Bronx and blah, blah, blah. Now, he even went to Long Island City. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no. He went to Queens where it matters. But no, they're not taking down on the Bronx at all, for real, for us. I'm just playing around. And Dame is going to go out there showing proof every single time. Was Drew going to win? I had a feeling that he might have because of the hometown crowd. Dame got the victory because of some crazy shit that nobody knew except the people that know how Triple H gets. Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers. I thought that Triple H was going to pull some shit, but I didn't know he was going to pull that shit. What? The secret Punk entrance again. This is one of his little, trump cards if y'all ain't paying attention to it. He goes in the back pocket and continues the storyline, and it's like, no. Remember, guys, you work for a wrestling company, so y'all are going to get surprised. You know what I'm saying? So, good God almighty. Game the Mage, I can't even deal with his shit. I can't stand when he acts like that because now all of Scotland is talking. Oh, my God. And then my man Punk coming out in green, all up in Scotland. And that's a whole nother bag. And then the Boston shit. And then, yo. We've all said this is going to be a big one. All of the stupid fans in the crowd trying to ask fan-based questions about what we're doing here. Nah, I think professionally, there's a lot that can be created out of all of this. And of course, sold out shows is part of it, my opinion. I do think that Drew has been the best he's been, talk-wise. In ring, Scottish Psychopath, Dame called it out. We ain't seeing that. That's old era. Now, Scottish Psychopath, new Drew now, under Game's tutelage, I don't know. Dame gonna fuck around and lose that belt trying to call it out like that. That's how I'm feeling, so he needs to chill if he wants to not be seen as a paper champion. Taking on the best, look, don't take on a pissed off Drew McIntyre, bro. Like, don't do that. That's what I'm seeing. And then he continues to have these stories I have in the rug pulled out from under him. Like, I don't like that. But it's storytelling. And then we're looking at, We're looking at Punk. Punk cleared for ref action, ain't cleared for all of it yet. I'm assuming we're waiting. You want to see Punk get back in there, have it out with Drew a number of times, man. This is turning into a top rivalry on the show. Feud, rivalry, whatever we gonna call it. I'll call it a rivalry just in respect, but I'm seeing blood war between the two of them, and it's honestly a little scary. If these guys can if they can be professional amongst each other, then we're gonna have a top 3 rivalry in the last decade. Hands down, no question. It built organically. Yeah, Drew said some fuck shit about praying for niggas' demise. Part of my language. I don't think that was right. I don't think that was right at all. But Drew don't really know what to say most of the time anyway. He needs those bullet point promos. He can't just be out there freestyling because, when he's talking that workout promo and all of this behind the thing and don't be shooting up my skirt and all that. Like, I'm not really a fan of that stuff. I don't think that stuff gets him over at all. It's just something for the fan base that doesn't purchase things. That's how I feel. I could be wrong. But other than that, Drew is that. And if he has a direction, then there's nobody fucking with him for real. Punk is that. And we haven't seen him in the ring. Well, there's some time he got injured when he came back. It's a different story from where he was at and where he is now. So we're just waiting for the official healthy Punk run. I feel like some of that little injury and time in between after he came back, like he came back and now we got to deal with the, time in between. I feel like that was somewhat of the, he was gone for a while, but can we try to play forgiveness now? That's how I feel about it. But hold up. They're in spirit. This guy playing donuts. I'm going to have to go ahead and show him what's really good. Y'all need to chill. Don't be forcing these guys to make reference to that idea because at the end of the day, that's not like we play covert here. We don't need to be out here highlighting shit like that. And then, you can heart that and all the rest of whatever else. No. No. Because we just seen people trying to transfer crowns a couple of days ago. So for real, I'm looking at trash and God. For real. Now, let's go ahead and think a little more wisely, respectfully, when it comes to highlighting energy there in spirit. That's seriously how I feel, and I'm not about to continue speaking to it. The levels to that should be literally kept to the show and what just happened, not just some random freestyle to try to shout out who ain't there and ain't gonna be there, regardless. So, you know, shouts to Punk, shouts to my man Drew, shouts to the game coming out there and definitely essentially letting it be clear what's going on. Like, look, this is just really, really strong new era creative shit. Is crazy. My man Wade is out there mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been talking crazy about Pierce for a while. Like, so it's a new time and people gonna say what they want, but at the end of the day, everybody loves each other, but, well, at least that's what I assume, because we all love what it is we do in one way, shape, form, fashion, one way, shape, form, fashion, facet, or another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, shouts to the product, shouts to what happens on the product. Shouts to Raw happening tonight. I don't care if it's timeless. I don't care what date I'm talking about this. I'm not jumping on this for the fan base or no goddamn payment. If I wanted payment, I'd go get it. But I'm really not here to talk pay. I'm here to talk wrestling. Now, these guys want to get paid doing wrestling, all right, cool. These guys want to talk and get paid motherfucking talking the head all the time, and this is what it is. No, my brain is actually getting fed with a lot more than just the ongoing drama of, the predetermined sport that is, professional wrestling and performing arts. That's what I'm looking at. If I wanted to get paid doing this shit, I'd do it. The rest of these cats that's talking it all on the days and the immediates after the fact, nah, because you see how fast you forget about Raw. You see how fast you forget about the last show that just happened. No. We're leaning into Netflix and we see everybody just being the same. The most they're doing is changing up their graphics. Yeah, but we see the game doing all of the things with the resources, but at the end of the day, he's changing up the vibe of the content. And that's what's going on. So we're going to put some respect on that. We're going to shut the fuck up, and we're going to wait for Raw to happen regardless of what time it starts. Shouts to Netflix. Let's get it popping, yo.